This problem on linear regression presents the information in a slightly different form than you're used to seeing. In this problem, you really have to make sure you know what each of the different terms are referring to within your equations for slope and y-intercept, as well as what the x-axis information and the y-axis information is referred to. This problem asks you to consider a linear model with the slope shown below. So the slope is 4.45. It was based on a calculation of 4 data points. Given the sum of the dependent data points is 1,174 and the sum of the independent data points is 314, the y-intercept value is closest to. And so it's asking you to find the y-intercept value with this known information. So first of all, we have slope, which is our m. We were also told in the problem statement that there were 4 data points. Knowing that there are 4 data points, that variable in our equations is n, the number of data points. And then it says the sum of dependent points equals 1,174. And it also says the sum of independent points is 314. And then it asks you to find the y-intercept, or b. First, I'm going to write the equation for y-intercept, and then we'll address what each of the terms are referring to from the problem statement. The equation for y-intercept is summation of y minus m times summation of x divided by n. And so this is the information that we need to have. We can easily see that we have m and we have n. Those were given to us outright in the problem statement. Now the summation of y and the summation of x were also given to us, but you have to be able to understand which one is the summation of y and which one is the summation of x. The first term that they gave us was the sum of dependent points. Do you remember what is referred to as the dependent axis, or what is referred to as the independent axis? Remember, when you title a chart, you always title it as dependent versus independent axes. So it's always your dependent versus your independent axis, which is your y versus your x-axis. So if this is the summation of dependent points, that's also saying the summation of y values. Because remember, your y is associated with the dependent variables. Similarly, the summation of independent points is the summation of x values, because x is your independent variables. So now you can see that you actually have all the different pieces of information in order to find b. But it was critical that you could understand what was meant by saying the sum of the dependent data points and the sum of the independent data points. So when you plug those values in, you have 1,174 minus 4.45 times 314 divided by 4. And you get a y-intercept for this data to be negative 55.825, which is answer choice G.